it's Megan here from Megan Marcel Yoga. So I would like to guide you through a short sequence that is inspired by the spring. So we'll be working with the liver and the gallbladder, which means we'll be opening up through the sides of the body, which is the gallbladder energy lines, the meridian lines, and the hips, which is the liver meridian lines that run up through the groin area. So we'll begin in the center of the mat, rooting through the feet, inhaling, lifting, lengthening up, feeling that rising energy of spring all the way up through the fingertips. And then exhale, let the arms come all the way down. We're going to sweep up again. This time we're going to shift the weight onto your right foot. Take the left foot across. If you can, roll onto the little toe side. Grab hold of that left wrist and gently stretch and open up through the lateral side of the body, opening up through that gallbladder meridian line. Deep breaths into the side body. If it feels uncomfortable for the back, go onto the toes, lift up taller, and don't reach over so much, and see if that feels different and better for you. So really important, listen to your body in the poses. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release the foot, release the arms. And then inhale, shift the weight onto the opposite foot. Find a position that feels good for you with that leg that's crossed over the front. Grab the right wrist, open through the side body. Conscious awareness of where we're opening up. Breathe into the rib cage. Find your balance in this pose. Shoulder opener, consistent with the breath. Inhale, come up to the center. Exhale, release. Take a nice wide step and turn the toes out. Inhale, reach up again. Lift and lengthen through the fingertips, and then exhale, you're going to bring the palms together. You're going to come into a squat position. So again, find your position. You might want to go deeper. If that's too much and it's causing pain, you just lift up and out. Breathe in there. We're going to open up the arms into goddess. Take the shoulder blades down the back. If you can go a bit deeper without pain, you can sink into the hips, feel it into the legs. Breathing there. The legs are our foundation, our roots, so we're strengthening those. So we feel grounded moving into the spring, but uplifted by opening through the heart, opening through the lungs, opening through the upper body. Good. And then inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. And then exhale, bend slowly the elbows and the knees. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Already starting to feel a little bit of heat, hopefully, into the body. Good. And then straighten the arms, straighten the legs. We're going to pivot and turn on this foot. So this would be my left, your right. Turn the opposite foot forwards. Okay, so we're coming into Trikonasana. So lift up the heel, spread the toes wide, anchor down. Press into the back heel, lift up, draw up the thighs. Try not to lock this knee, so maybe you need a micro bend. Opening through the lateral side of the body again. We reach and lengthen forwards. We want to keep the torso in line so we're not tilting too far forward or too far back. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. Create space here, create space here. Keep the ribs in. And then follow the gaze with that top hand. The eyes are the gateway to the liver. Really important to nourish them all times, but especially in the spring. So just gazing up to that top hand thumb. Breathe into the side body. Draw up on the legs, strong foundation. If it hurts the neck, just drop down. So you see here I'm quite far out, but you may be here, but that's fine. You're still getting that lovely stretch and opening. Well done. Hands onto the waist, gaze to the big toe, push through that back leg to come all the way out. Feel that space in the hips, the lower back. Pivot and turn for the opposite side. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot or with the heel. You just find your position that feels right for your hips. Lengthen and extend, tilt and tip. Again, you might be here, here. If it feels a strain in the lower back, try by putting the hands onto the waist. Again, try not to stick the bottom out too much. So you gently tuck the tailbone in. Keep the ribs nice and soft and hugging it in. Gaze up to the top hand thumb. Feel that outer hip stretch. Draw up on the inner thighs. Breathing in and out. Good, well done. Gaze down to the big toe, push into the back foot. Root through the legs, hand onto the waist, come all the way out. Pivot and turn. Toes in. Preferably in line with one another. If you've got lines on your mat, it really helps. And extend the legs back. If you need to bend the knees, try to not bend just one and not the other. So try to keep balance. Send the hips back. And try to keep the weight kind of in the middle of the feet if you can, elbows back, lean forward to the chest. If you have yoga bricks, this is kind of where you might want to use them. I'm going to show you in a moment. Otherwise, you might be able to go a bit further and place the hands onto the ground. With yoga bricks, really helps to bring the ground towards you. So you can see here, I'm using them to go deeper into the stretch. And go lower as you build. Let's take a couple more breaths. Wherever you are, you might be able to go a bit further. You might take hold of the heels of the feet, take the elbows wide, and draw the crown of the head to the ground. So you get a real strong length and extension through the posterior chain of the body. Also nice into the hips as well. And then those who have hold of the ankles, lengthen forward, come into a flat back. We're going to move back into the hips now, into that liver channel. Turn the toes out and start to bend that knee. So here just might not be an option for you. You might have to lift the heel, totally fine. Again, you can use those bricks, really useful to come up a little bit higher. This foot can be lifted or down. It depends on what feels best for you and your hips. Again, you can go a little bit deeper. If you want a bit more of a challenge, try and not use the hands and shift from side to side. So remember, practice of yoga is to develop a deeper connection with the body. So it's not about pushing, causing strain. There's something called ahimsa, which is one of the ethical principles of yoga. And it's about kindness, compassion to your body, non-harming. So really, really important to listen. So there's different options. Let's just do one more on each side. So I'm doing the higher version just to show you for the last couple. Okay, then wherever you are, come all the way out gently into this position again. Heel toe the feet together. And then we're going to grab those yoga bricks again. I'm going to pivot and turn so that the hips are facing the same way as the toes and you're on the back heel of the toes. Place those bricks in front of you. And we're going to just work first of all on our balance in Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. If you can, extend this leg straight, otherwise a little micro bend, and try to keep the hips level. Lengthen all the way along the spine as you pick that leg up. So this is our balance here. Really, really good. Finding stability in the hips. Balance also helps with the mind. And maybe you tilt forward so you've got a nice long line. And the bricks are there just to support you, but you don't want to put all the weight into your hands. I'm going to have a peek behind. I want to turn those toes down if I can. And I lift up out of the standing leg hip. Now, from here, if you can, bring the heel towards the bottom and very slowly take the knee out to the side. So again, you get that nice hip opener. And you've got the hips stacked on top of one another. Good. From there, opening up, bring the leg back in, Extend. If you can, find your fingertips, find your balance, palms together. Breathe nice and long through the spine. Bend that standing leg knee. Use the bricks if you need. Push through the back foot and free the legs. We're going to pivot and turn to the other side. So to help with balance, breath and drishti, focus. So find something to gaze on. It will shift as you move in. Take your time, hips are level. Lift up out the standing leg. Breathe. Keep focused. Maybe let your hands just come down. Check the back leg. And then let's get that hip opener, bending the knee. Open the hip to the side. Get the hips stacked. Well done. Really strong on the inner thigh. Bring the knee back down, extend, go onto the fingertips. If you need to micro bend the knee just to feel more supportive in the knee. Palms together. Holding there for 3, for 2, 1. Slight bend in the knee, let the toes land and lift all the way up. Pivot and turn, heel toe, the feet together. Good. And then just raking a nice inhale. Reaching all the way up, bringing the palms together, locking to the thumbs, and exhale, bringing the palms together, the heart center. And just pause and feel that sense of energy in the body. Spring is about uplifting energy, coming out of hibernation. So I hope that this practice you feel more open through the sides of the body, the hips, and also you feel this sense of elevation in energy from such a short practice. I really recommend that you do a mini Shavasana, or maybe this has inspired you to move a little bit more and you can continue your practice for another 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's up to you, it's your self-practice now. And just bringing the thumbs to the eyebrow center, take a breath there. To think kind thoughts. To the lips, to speak kind and compassionate words. To the heart center, compassion and kindness to yourself first, and let that filter out to everyone around you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this short spring-inspired practice. Please like, share, and let me know how you found the practice. Namaste.